try to read Donald Trump's his meaning or the context of what it is, and when you're looking at his post, you don't have it, bro. And everybody knows you don't have it. You personally, you for it. You just don't have it.
I don't hold that post.
The point I'm making is pretty clear. If you look at the Commonwealth, the gentleman that was just beating your ass about 3 minutes ago is absolutely right. This is just like the Paris Climate Accord. If you were to believe what you're saying, right? These are all independent countries that say, hey, we'll all do this. And the main three things is trade. That seems to be a priority of Donald Trump. The other thing is democracy, culture, right? Like things that you hold in common. And anybody can leave anytime that they want to leave. But you want to look 50 miles ahead when you're tripping 2 feet in front of you. Just saying. Okay. Conservative. Yeah. Someone else wanted to your mic sucks.
Crazy. The idea is just like, hey, Donald Trump blowing smoke. No, I didn't hear anyone talking. Who was talking?
It's my AirPods, Samoa. They fucking suck. I took them out. The AirPods fucking suck. I don't know if I got water in them or what, but okay. So I looked up, Jamaica's situation. I don't know much about what it means to be a commonwealth. I don't know if this issue Jamaica was having is a result of them being a commonwealth or something some agreement that happened earlier, but this article I put in the chat is the title says Jamaica introduces bill to remove King Charles as head of state and become a republic. It says Jamaica has tabled a bill in Parliament to remove King Charles as its head of state and transition the country to a republic. The Caribbean country is one of many former colonies that retained a British head of state after independence in 1962. So this is what I want you guys to let me know. Is this is not a result of being a commonwealth, is it?
No. So there's in the Commonwealth, he's the head of state. I think it was 16 of the whatever it was.
Conflict at all?
I was just reading this yesterday. No, there's a small. I think there might be interior something. There's designated countries that has him as head of state.
Okay.
But the other 56 don't.
Okay, so this is not because they're a commonwealth. Okay.
It is precisely because they're a commonwealth. In order for them to not be the commonwealth,
you're tripping on that one.
Head of state. And secondly, because you see, Jamaica has a prime minister that's elected by the people. Then they have what's called a governor general. That is assigned by the king. The governor general is on top of the prime minister and can overrule the prime minister, right? And that's where it will get tricky. People don't know about the structure of the Commonwealth, right? Secondly, the Commonwealth is literally, if the king asks you for something, you have to provide it. Military aid, assistance in hurricane, and all this other crazy nonsense, right? Because all these things are hiding under the surface. That's the reason why they don't have president, right? They have prime minister, because what the prime minister does is it advises the king. That's why it's a prime minister and not a president, right? And that's why Jamaica is not, quote unquote, a republic, because they are a commonwealth of the British Empire.
But every commonwealth does not have the king as the head of state, right?
I think that most of them have the king at the head of state.
No. Come on. Just answer her question.
Who's the head of state of Canada? That's the most famous one. Who's the head of state of Canada?
Why don't you answer my question?
The head of state. The prime minister is the head of state.
You don't want to answer my question, Matt?
They don't have a president.
You don't want to answer my question, Matt?
What was your question?
Does every country in the Commonwealth have the king as the head of state?
No. I think Kenya might be an exception.
Oh my goodness.
They're all an exception. They have to, yes, no.
Bro, it says only 16 countries out of the 56.
Oh my God. The obligations, right, are outlined in the Commonwealth Charter.
Oh my goodness.
What Samoa is saying is of the 50 plus countries that are commonwealths, they all.
I'm not sure it's 60 either.
It says like 56, 59.
Yeah, it's over 50
56.
countries. Over 50
Yes.
countries that are British commonwealths. What Samoa is saying is not all of them have the king as the head of state. That is what he's asking you.
No, they don't all have him as the head of state, but
Thank you,
he's
Chili's.
the head.
That's great.
He's the head of
Thank
the
you, Chili's.
Commonwealth. He's still the head of the Commonwealth.
Thank you, Chili's. Thank
It's
you.
still not a
Thank
good
you.
thing because it all started with the British Empire. It's a vestige of
Thank
the
you,
British
thank you,
Empire.
Chili's. I really appreciate you coming to my
Join
room.
the British Commonwealth to trade with Great Britain. With the United Kingdom. We do not need to join the Commonwealth. It's a bad idea. We're already our allies and we already have a treaty and nobody would be upset if he was just trying to renegotiate trade. Nobody would be upset.
Samoa, do you approve of Trump considering trying to join the Commonwealth?
No, I don't even think. I'm a person that waits until somebody asks some of this question before I jump off the cliff. But it goes against everything that he's been running against. Reciprocity, reciprocal trade. You guys have been formed just to destroy us. The EU was only united just to everybody takes advantage of us. Talking shit to the prime minister in the Oval Office where he says, where the prime minister's talking and he's like, oh yeah, he says, yeah, we have to combat Russia, and then Donald Trump looks at him and is like, can you do it by yourself? Like, this is some like big dick energy type shit that like these types of dudes do in your face type shit, and that shit is crazy. So to be like, okay, now I'm gonna get on my knees and now we're gonna do whatever it is that you guys want to do, just sounds totally contrary to what he's running on. So that's where I'm at.
So basically, you're not taking it seriously right now, Samoa.
No.
Okay.
That's not. If Florida's saying something, I'm automatically on the other side of it. Just saying.
This is interesting. Well, I mean, but it was crazy to see so many people jump out the window. So, like, I was really looking like, okay, where did he say this? And then when I read what he said, I was like, okay, this is what y'all was saying.
Let's be honest, it's an absurd thing to say. And this is why sometimes we can't really take Donald Trump seriously. Like, I don't even understand why he would make a mention of it, say something like this. But then again, I'm going to be honest, the American public is so stupid. Donald Trump can say almost anything and people don't even know what he's saying. And then we have those arguments.
If you look at the article, Matt,
literally, even that, I don't understand. Why would you even suggest that?
No. I'm talking about the invitation. The invitation in the article hasn't even been made.
It's not about the invitation. Correct. I don't understand the suggestion here. Like, what's the point? What's the
Just said he loved King
What
Charles.
do you get?
Did that mean he was gonna bow down and make us, the British bitch? Like, that was not what
Bro, we know that Trump does this flattery thing. Like, he's this person's the greatest. But whatever the hell, right?
Yeah.
The article says that in a future meeting that Donald Trump accepted the offer for the meeting, that there is going to be this offer or this invitation given to Trump. So it's never actually happened. And then he posts, and I think it's some tongue-in-cheek shit that he does, but then people want to be like, but you're not supposed to talk like that because you're the president. Bro,
but you don't think that, like, poor taste?
Hold on. They re-voted this guy in, bro.
Yeah, that's
The thing about this guy 10 years ago.
Yeah, I voted for this fucking guy, alright? That's why I'm allowed to have my criticism.
Hold on.
No, you didn't hear what I said, bro.
Hold on a second.
You didn't hear what I
So
said.
because Donald Trump was voted in, he's above reproach, and he can't
No.
with anything he said. So
No,
because he was hold on a second. Because he was voted in, I'm not asking a question, right? So you don't have to jump up to mine. So because we voted him in, it means everything he does is right. It means that he should not be called out for violating law. He should not be reproached for disobeying justice ruling. Like, how dumb are we as a country?
You're getting ahead of the
Accept that. Right? Like, I don't understand you people who actually think, well, he was voted in, therefore he can do whatever he wants to do.
That's not what we're saying.
Antithesis. I'm not even asking a question. Right? That is antithesis to the American quote-unquote democracy, the greatest democracy the world has ever known.
Yeah, so anybody can have their critiques on the guy. The point that I'm making is that for 10 years, everybody knows exactly what they're getting when they're voting for the guy. That he talks a certain way, he's not going to conform to your nobility and have the Brits walk around with their nose in the air and the prestigious ways of mannerisms. That's not who the guy is, and everybody can accept that, right? They voted this guy in because of the results. That he said he's going to do something, and he's a person that they believe they can actually do it. That whole personality thing and that whole this is the high moral ground. Populists don't rock with that, bro. And you should see where everybody's moving with it. They don't fucking care about that shit anymore. Those cultural norms are gone. They make you feel good, and they never deliver on a promise.
Imagine asking someone to Imagine asking someone
willing to tear down all social norms because of a god, because of a strong man.
But then again,
It's not about the guy, dude. It's not
because of the guy.
What? No.
Because
It's about the culture. No, it's about the culture.
I don't believe that for half a second, Doug. And that we can't possibly.
The culture, what does that mean? You want to just like force a whole new culture upon America?
No.
This
is the culture, bro. The culture that the left has been running is the rich, the autocracy, and the autocrats and all these certain things, right?
No, I don't. I don't know the autocrats. What are you talking about?
All right, here, let me slow down. There's this classism argument that's been made for a lot of people at the bottom of society, that the people that have been taking advantage of them are the rich people. The left has been running this forever. They've been saying, hey, they don't pay their fair share in taxes. Okay, fine. And now they're fed up because the people that said that they were going to go fix it haven't fixed it. And whenever they promise to fix it, it never gets done. So when Trump comes in and says, look at all this wacky shit that's been going on for the same people that said that they were going to solve your problem 70 years ago, they haven't been able to provide you any type of relief. I can do it. And they tend to believe him. So, hey, that's what it is. But you get what you pay for is basically what I'm saying. That's his personality. He showed you the first time that he talks the way that he talks. He does things that are unconventional, and people were willing to accept that for the results. Not saying that everything that he's saying is right or wrong. It's not saying that you can't critique him. It's just that you're saying the same shit that the lefties say. And if you can't acknowledge where you're at right now, that's a you problem.
It just means that they're more rational than you, right?
Oh, because you can't acknowledge the change.
Okay. Because you can't acknowledge that bowing to the crowd is antithetical to him.
Yeah, but for you to get there, you have to make a lot of assumptions, and you know what
you already understand history. There's no assumptions that need to be.
The assumption is about what is being offered and what is being accepted. That's the assumption. Dum-dum.
It
doesn't matter what. It does not matter what this man does or says. If Trump says burn everything down, fuck America, so we'll find a reason why that's good.
We trust our own institutions so much that we're now willing to placate the Crown's institutions as if they might be better than the ones that we've established already. That's what we're at.
Hey, Chili's, what happens if King Charles never gives them the invitation? What happens?
$10, yes, probably.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Trump, what he said.
What if, right? All he said is...
We're not talking about if. No.
Hold on. This is all he said, Chili's.
No.
It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's
exactly. That's enough.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
That's enough. He should not be saying that.
Sounds like a good idea?
Entertaining that.
Hold on.
He should not be entertaining, subjecting symbolically or otherwise to the fucking monarch.
Hold on. What sounds like a good idea?
That's totally fucked up.
What in the article is he talking about?
You can't admit it.
What in the article
is he talking about? You're not an honest arbiter. You're not an honest arbiter.
What in the article is he talking about?
He's talking about joining the British Commonwealth, entertaining the idea of joining the British Commonwealth. I love King Charles. I'm interested in joining the British Commonwealth. Whether he actually does it or not, he's already made a grave error and
in Florida. Is that what he said?
No. Yeah, he says I don't see anything wrong with it.
It was a secret meeting.
No, all he said was, Louis, is he shared the article, right? And then he says, sounds like a good idea. But
to join the British Commonwealth sounds like a good idea. To join the British Commonwealth. Yes.
What part of the article is he talking about?
He's responding to the British Commonwealth.
No, you're wrong.
I am not wrong. That's what he's
referring to a secret offer. A secret offer
to
which
join the
Donald
British
Trump
Commonwealth.
himself implied was to join the Commonwealth.
You see that, Louis?
This is Donald Trump's own thinking. This is Donald Trump's own thinking. Don't let him start double thinking now. This is Donald Trump's making.
These guys
It didn't have to happen. Donald Trump made
We're
this.
saying it's not, bro.
He put
They want to add context that isn't there.
No, I just put a link. He put it on his own True Social.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about
Samoa's pretending like we're just adding things that didn't actually happen.
You absolutely
he
are.
didn't entertain the idea of joining the British Commonwealth when he did, and he posted it himself. Yes.
No, he didn't. You don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you gaslighting the stage, man? It says right here, Trump was responding on Friday to a U.S. Sun article based on Daily Mail report that the British monarch could pitch Trump on joining the Commonwealth as a member during an upcoming state visit to the UK. Quote, I love King Charles. Sounds good to me. How do you interpret that?
Why do I have to interpret it? That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, you don't have to. It says exactly what it says.
Hold on.
It means what it means. And so
All right. I have one more question.
He's skedaddling.
Is that, hold on. So I'm saying that, what does that mean? And you guys are saying this is what it means.
It means what it says it means.
No,
It literally says
no one is inferring anything. You want me to read it again for you a little slower?
Break that down for you. Samoa is
Trump was responding on Friday to a U.S. Sun article based on Daily Mail reports that the British monarch could pitch Trump on joining the Commonwealth as a member during an upcoming state visit to the UK. His answer is, I love King Charles. Sounds good to me.
So,
question. So this would be a good one here, right? What he could be talking about is because he loves King Charles.
So now you're interpreting, huh?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
He's the one that's interpreting.
This guy is hilarious, bro. Hey, yo, listen, you're a snowflake. All I'm hearing is crying, bro.
You gotta be quiet.
You gotta
be quiet, bro.
No, man, just get his dick out.
You gotta be quiet, bro.
Before you tell him it's wrong.
There you go, bro. So in this article, well, you actually got to read the actual article, right? Like that's some
don't keep condescending when you're also going back on your own. That's just what you gotta say.
Hey, we're sick of hearing you. Can you provide some sources or something?
Do you hear him talking? How am I supposed to talk when he's talking? Come on, bro. All right, so back to the point I was making, right? So when he says sounds like a good idea, this is a part of the article. King Charles is going to ask Donald Trump, or invite Donald Trump in a secret meeting to become a member of the Commonwealth. Something that sounds good in there, that when he says it sounds like a good idea, is King Charles, because that's who he mentioned in his response. I love that guy. It's a good idea for him to pitch something to me so that we can negotiate further. You guys are saying the part that he loves is the Commonwealth part. And I'm saying that it could be any part of the article that he's saying is a good idea. We're both trying to assume what he's talking about.
He's
because
responding to a meeting about joining the Commonwealth.
He's responding to a meeting where a pitch can be included.
Pitch,
We
good
know,
idea.
but the meeting,
Good idea.
but the meeting is.
The pitch hasn't been
So
made.
I guess he's saying crumpets
It's
are
a good idea to get pitched.
It's so hard.
Yes.
He's
But it's not a
responding
good idea to get
petition to talk about joining the
People pitch all the time. You just say no.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is so-
That's what it's not a good idea to get.
Wait, hold on. So just real quick.
Okay, I'm ready to fight again.
So if it was an article where there is a explicit invitation, and then he were to say that you would have more ground to stand on. But because the article states in itself that this could be a thing if King Charles were to meet with him, which he accepted the meeting, but hasn't actually made the pitch, Donald Trump could be talking about the pitch in itself, that, hey, these guys are willing to sit down in cooperation for my bigger...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. About reciprocity.
Samoa, or he could just be talking about the meetings, Samoa.
Yeah. It's besides the point. Do you concede
Why is it 19 niggas attacking one guy?
Samoa? Because he's centering himself, that's why.
Hey, bro, I'm not done yet, bro.
Yeah, but you don't win the...
Yeah. That's good. The point I'm making is that I'm willing to stand here and wait until one of these adversarial reporters asks him the questions that you guys are running to answer. And then when he answers the question, it would be more... Okay. It'd be better for us to understand...
Play by yourself.
Right. So... Go ahead, bro. I'm going on you right now.
Muhammad is politically correct or to beat the newsie.
But anytime Florida's on the side of an issue, I'm on the other side. Just saying.
But check this out, Samoa. The thing is, even though you're trying to reduce it to him at the meeting, he's still entertaining the thought, right? And this is from Fox News. President Trump said Friday he liked the idea of the United States joining the British Commonwealth after a report claimed King Charles the...
Don't mute that, Ben.
Was Fox News Donald Trump? Did Donald Trump say this?
Your mic went off, Bull. I think you have a connection or something.
That's good.
Why'd you mute that man, Smoke?
Seller food.
I think y'all afraid of Samoa and myself.
Yeah, I think it's possible that Trump could have been talking about just the meeting in general being a good idea, them negotiating, sitting down to talk about whatever. I think it's possible that that's what he was referring to. I haven't seen the article itself, but just from what I'm hearing people are saying and how they're quoting it, it doesn't sound like he's responding that he's absolutely responding directly to an offer potentially being made to join the Commonwealth, right? Because it doesn't say that the offer is for sure going to be made. It says that like it could be, but they're going to meet up, to negotiate or whatever. So you could be like, okay, that sounds good that we're going to meet up and negotiate.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't really.
That's exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that means he likes the idea, right? If it's up for negotiation.
He likes the idea of a pitch.
Are you reaching out in the first place?
Yeah, like the dishonesty from people it makes any conversation impossible to have, and it's just. I'm just sitting back listening to it, and I'm hearing dumb shit like, "Oh, he just likes the idea." Like, no, he said he likes the notion of joining the Commonwealth.
No, he never
Like,
said that.
we could be dishonest and try to like.
Yeah, he never said that.
He sure did.
No, he never said I like it.
Shouldn't even want to hear the pitch. It should not even be on the
And that's the point, Chiligs.
Yeah.
You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Here's the thing, you're listening to a picture of join the Commonwealth.
Navigate dishonest conversations.
Did Donald Trump say, I like the idea of joining the Commonwealth? Did he say
Doesn't
those
matter
words?
if he's open to
He sure did.
if he's interested in the
You're a
conversation.
liar.
That is bad.
And when somebody says it doesn't matter, then that means he
It
didn't.
should not be open to the conversation.
Hey, whoever said that you are a Florida, okay, you gotta stop that shit. Honestly, he didn't say that.
Only
Just that
argument.
they're done trying to argue your dumb point.
Oh, hell no. Who said
Your
that?
secondary point is irrelevant to the primary one. That the statement itself is the issue. The idea of being okay with being pitched of joining the Commonwealth even is enough, right? That's not what the American head of state is supposed to do constitutionally. He's supposed to uphold the American institutions.
And that's what he's doing. And that's what he's doing.
By floating the idea and entertaining a pitch of the Commonwealth is not protecting the
We're
Constitution.
sensitive. You are really, really.
So when he says,
I love
you in the Matrix, huh? I don't know if you can hear us, bro.
Lion.
Yo,
You healed up from
Noah,
getting
what's up,
kicked in the
bro?
ribs from earlier?
What's that?
Yo, you know what the date today?
Yeah, today's the 23rd. Like, you didn't see you didn't see the breaking news? Day for you?
Free lady. Gustavo's on the phone.
Yeah, so I'll let you know in a little. Lion, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah, there's mad people in the gulag.
Yeah, he's in the Matrix, bro. Yeah, we're being pretty clear, bro. Like, if you look at what Donald Trump's writing on, like, they got travel bans.
Can somebody notify the Discord? We got
Yeah,
people.
before we pivot real quick,
Oh, no, I'm talking about the same thing. Yeah, I'm talking about the travel alerts that Britain and other countries that are part of the EU have made for those that are traveling to the United States of America. And
that has to do with the Commonwealth stuff out.
Yeah, because these are all.
He said how.
Yeah, so these are all Commonwealth states like Britain and all this stuff, right? To normalize relations, to tamper down travel, to have the conversation with the king, for it to be televised and on every single platform, for people to see two nations that are the closest as ever. The Prime Minister has said this multiple times, standing in solidarity and agreement and cooperation in trade. And this kind of goes to the trade deal that they're talking about, because the April 2nd.
Well, sure, we don't need to join the Commonwealth to improve relations with one of our allies, right?
So read that again.
And he says it sounds like a good idea. Like, I mean, I already know what you choose to do is to reinterpret that to say that, hey, like, we're open to the negotiation, even though no person who understands English or who's been reading English for their adult life would interpret it that way, right? There's a way that we all.
We shouldn't interpret it all.
What?
Yeah, I'm saying that
Samoa doesn't believe that we should take it serious. Like, the majority of anybody that's voted for Trump and anything believes that, like, his words are just.
I'm saying that the reason why Florida always loses on stage, bro, is because he talks before he thinks. And that's
very emotional. Yes, very, very emotional.
You're dodging everything, Samoa. Stay on top.
Yes. Oh, you don't want to bring up the relevance. All right. So the point that I was making is we were having some tension between our country and other countries because of the tariffs, right? And for Donald Trump to be able to be asked by the king for a meeting, Donald Trump's like, cool, we'll have the meeting, right? Diplomacy, right? Peace through strength, economic, whatever's advantageous for the country. And then you go there and you say, hey, bro, King Charles, I like you, I love you, bro, but this is what you guys are going to do. There you go.
Nah.
You can pitch me whatever you want to pitch me.
It couldn't be that, huh? It just couldn't be. It couldn't be just some people say, hey, just have your people call my people, we'll work something out. No, people don't talk like that, huh?
Lion, where was all this confidence earlier when you were getting kicked in the ribs?
Louis, you guys were the one. Hey, wait, no. Louis. Hey, Louis. I don't know if you realize this, but from on my perspective, it took 3 of you, and all 3 of you got your ass kicked.
No, it only really took one of us, and we all just reiterated the same point.
That's the same thing. You guys hear that?
Listen now. I know you guys think it's so clear. Video.
To make a point, it takes 2 more to substantiate it and prove a win. That's basically
what you were saying was you were saying all
politics.
politics.
He's doing it again. You see that? Now I'm talking to Louis.